You finished a day, you got things done, a reasonable amount, and somewhere around 9 p.m., a familiar weight showed up. Not tiredness, something else. The sense that it wasn't enough, that you should have done more, that you wasted something time, potential, yourself. You weren't burned out, you were being judged by yourself. We call this a productivity problem. It isn't, it's a moral problem, and that changes everything. Think about the last time you watched TV when you should have been working. Notice the word should. Not I wanted to. Not it would have been useful. Should. A moral word, a word of obligation. Leisure becomes guilt, rest became failure. Now think about a Saturday where you did nothing. No output, no progress. Even if you were exhausted, it felt wrong. Not insufficient. Wrong. Like you owed someone an apology. This isn't a personal quirk. This is a system running inside you. And it didn't arrive by accident. Productivity culture didn't start as an app or a morning routine. It started as a theology. Max Weber traced the roots of modern capitalism to the Protestant work ethics. The logic was stark. Your labor is your devotion. Your output is evidence of your worth. Idle hands weren't just wasteful. They were treated as morally dangerous. Work wasn't the path to success. It was the path to worthiness. That framework secularized. The theology faded. The guilt didn't. We stopped talking about God and started talking about potential, about hustle, about legacy. The language changed. The judgment stayed exactly the same. We didn't escape the religion. We just renamed it. And here's what makes this so durable. Moral systems don't need external enforcement. Once internalized, you become your own enforcer. You don't need a boss standing over you. You have something more effective. You have shame. Shame is not a productivity tool. It masquerades as one. The logic goes, feel bad enough about what you didn't do, and you shall do more next time. Short term, sometimes true. But shame is expensive fuel. Shame reliably pushes people toward a few predictable moves: withdrawal, defensiveness, or performance. This is why high output people often feel hollow. They are not producing work, they are producing proof. Proof to an audience that may not even exist anymore. A parent, a version of themselves that decided long ago they were behind. The task list gets done, the verdict never arrives. Because moral systems don't reward, they only evaluate, and the evaluation is always ongoing. There is no inbox zero for guilt. Before you conclude that productivity is the enemy, stop. That's not the argument. There's real value in work. real satisfaction in effort, in finishing things, in contributing to something beyond yourself. Nothing of that disappears. The problem isn't the effort, it's the framework effort lives inside. When productivity operates as a moral system, when your worth depends on your output, even success destabilizes you. A good day proves you should be having more good days. A finished project raises the bar for the next one. Rest becomes a threat to the identity you are constantly maintaining. The math doesn't work, it was never designed to. There is a difference between productivity as expression and productivity as justification. Expression: I work because I want to make something real. Justification: I work so I can feel like I have earned my place. The output looks identical. The internal experience is completely different. One is grounded, one is chronic stress wearing the costume of ambition. The shift isn't doing less, it is lowering the bar, because productivity system can be redesigned, habits can shift, schedules can change, but a moral system, one that assigns your worth based on your output, doesn't yield to better planning. It requires a different kind of intervention. The next time you feel that 9 p.m. weight, after a full day, maybe even a good day, try to notice what's actually happening. You are not failing a productivity test. You are failing a moral test you never consciously agreed to take. That distinction matters. Because productivity system can be redesigned, habits can shift, schedules can change, but a moral system, one that assigns your worth based on your output, doesn't yield to better planning. It requires a different kind of intervention entirely. That's what this channel is about. Not how to do more, how to see the architecture of the pressure you are already living inside. Once you can see the system, you can decide what to do with it.